is going on? Man, episode 61 is live. I'm your host, Adam Ross, and to my virtual left, Tyler, what is going down?
What is happening, Adam? What's happening, everybody?
Man, super happy to be back in the studio. I can't believe 2 weeks have passed because, man, we have been nonstop racing. Super blessed. Barnyard Brawl was on point. Picked up a little bit of hardware there. And then we just had our spring into summer event at our local track. And I was only good enough for second fiddle there. But, man, what a couple weekends of racing. And, man, look at all the people joining us. What is going on? Hopefully you guys have had a fantastic week of RCing, no matter what you're into. Our special guest has some pretty epic RC cars, and I can't wait to show them off with you guys because it is going to be epic. Now, we got some super cool news, too, to cover.
Yes. Yeah, we got some cool stuff. Actually, one of them sitting right next to me.
Heck yeah.
So we'll go through kind of like our order here. So the graphite has been released and orders and the pre-orders have shipped. So you've seen Adam and I do some demos on the prototype version of the MOO-SLICK Graphite. Well, it's a physical thing and it is shipped out to all those pre-orders now. I think Adam and I will have a can here in 2 weeks on episode 62. We'll probably do a little bit of a demo for you for anybody who has missed it, but definitely a product that you're not going to see a whole lot. And it's definitely a niche product. It works very well and it's kind of works in the right places.
Yep. Think pink on this one, man. It was definitely a long time coming, but he finally pulled it off, and it is going to be a nice addition to it. And speaking of additions, I think his idea on making it affordable in the upgrade maintenance kit, like it's the new deluxe kit, which is super cool.
Yeah, the deluxe lubrication kit. So yeah, so like, not everybody's using the graphite. It is like you said, it is definitely a specialized type of lubrication product. So we have all the different maintenance kits. We had a deluxe lubrication kit. So we're having like different types of deluxe lubrication kits. So that way, one includes the graphite and the others don't. So that way you have the opportunity to buy some stuff in bulk, and you're definitely saving money by doing this. So definitely check it out. Adam's got it up on the screen. If you on the left-hand side and you have the RC maintenance kits, we have all those kind of dialed in by different sections.
Yep.
That way you can see, bulk as many of those type of items as you want, because, as we talk about in a lot of these videos, it's not just a one product and you're done, right? It's using them in a system that works for how you're using your RCs, what type of RC you're interested in, and really how well you want to take care of it. So whether it be cleaning, or brushes, or lubrication, aerosols, we've definitely got a kit for you.
Yeah, and the nice thing is, like the auto insurance and house insurance, bundle and save.
Right. Well, and I mean, so like just like kind of like the pre-orders, right? Like when we do a pre-order on a new product, it automatically takes a certain percentage off. Same thing with the maintenance kits. It automatically takes a percentage off because you are bundling. So the more the more you buy, the more you're going to save. And you can also use the CowTech code that's on the screen now. You save 10% in addition to that. So you always use that on everything in the store is CowTech to save yourself 10% on everything.
Heck yeah. And if you're on Instagram, I know I always forget this. I hate when I forget. When we do our giveaway, because our special guest is going to be giving away one of his favorite products, and of course we're going to be giving away one of the new graphites. So for your chance to win, when we hashtag, you can only be on YouTube or Facebook currently, and there's thank you, very cool. But you definitely have to comment on one of those two to make sure you're eligible to win the prizes. And we love it when new people win, and the old, for sure, because this guest that's coming on board hasn't missed the show in quite some time. So it's definitely
You'll notice a name that's not commenting today because he's sitting in the back in the green room waiting for his shot. But so we'll kind of start ripping through this news. You got sitting next to me the stainless steel basin ultrasonic cleaner, right? And so we've talked about this on quite a few different episodes, but we've got an extra couple goodies here, which is our 3D printed carbon pattern.
So nice. Yeah.
Right. So just like the other ultrasonic cleaner, same type of lid. The one difference is the basin or the tray is different. So we use the stainless steel basin is more for the degreasers and the corrosive type of chemicals, right? Which is why it's got the stainless steel basin to handle that. Versus the other one is the plastic. That one's more for cleaning. And the great part is, you may see how this is flexing. This isn't just normal everyday 3D printed stuff. This is a tray that is 3D printed in a material that's going to handle those corrosive materials. That way you're not going to take it, it's not going to dry it out and snap it. It is super durable for what we're intending on using it. And our good buddy Jeremy Kilburn at Ease RC is the guy who has developed all of these for us, the lid and the tray.
Yeah.
These did a lot of testing on it. I mean, he's knows Cowrc products as much as anybody else, a massive RC enthusiast. So he knows what to look for, find the right products, and he came out with the one. So check it out. We've noticed a ton of the stainless steel basin ultrasonic cleaners have been flying off the shelves once this upgrade kit came out. So get in there, check it out. You don't have to buy the kit. So if it's something you want to buy, later on, you can do that, but take advantage of it because it makes it really a much better tool.
Oh yeah, and I just wanted to show off what I did to make it so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
I made my hook and loop thing super long, so it's high enough to be out of the fluids. So even when I have stuff in there, I can just pull it right out, and it's so easy to get in and out. And you can see the bottom of my basin is definitely been beat on. Like, look at how dirty. Oh, look at, there's still a little bit in there because I was using it this weekend at the event. But definitely an awesome upgrade. And the carbon fiber, like, man, like, look at that. Like that.
Yeah,
that's an old. Sweet. That's a new. Like, there's. Oh man, everybody loves carbon fiber.
Yeah,
it just looks so much nicer.
Carbon series mat. I mean, like you said, who doesn't like it? And speaking of carbon series mats, even though this isn't the carbon series mat, but is kind of an accessory for it. The 19 by 24 solder mats have
big dog.
So if you got a pre-order, yours is coming to you if it hasn't already. So we'd love to see. The cool thing about what Adam and I do is we're always on the fan page and we're always seeing all your guys' posts, and we love when new products come out, especially when it's a new product and you're on the pre-order. Post up a picture of it. Show us what you're using it for, whether you're taking it to your pit with you on a track, at home, whatever. Post it up. Same thing with the ultrasonic cleaner, with the solder mats. Anything you get, we want to see it on the fans page, and we like to use that content and put it on the main page as well for Cowrc. So help us out. Let's see what you got.
And the fan page, if you're new to the viewing of this show, the fan page is where it's at. Like the pictures, the content, everything goes down on the Cowrc fan page, and it's your chance to show off your own personal setup. And who knows, we might steal it for the show and there's been some banging content lately, and it's one of those first things that I check out when I have 10 minutes on my break or on my lunch or whatever. I always go there, check it out, and see what's new with you guys, because man, it is a nice stress relief from your daily, and I love checking it out. But this might be as important, especially with all the new chemicals and the shipping, the new format and the UPS deal. Like, there's a new contract that UPS has now with Cowrc, and if you're doing large and heavy packages and stuff going to the other side of the country, UPS ground rates have been reduced in some cases by 25 to 40%. Now, he gave us a little, I guess, comparison, and he was shipping a huge kit to Washington, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what he said.
And it was like almost $80 to ship it, and with the new discount, it was only like $42. So it was a significant amount of savings just in shipping alone. So
it's a welcome discount, right? I mean, it's the last year, Shipping has been super expensive, and I know it hurts a lot of people. You start buying a lot of product, and stuff is not light. It's aerosol cans and fluids and things like that. And and Adam and I talked about this 100 different times on other episodes. But back in the day, Cowrc would ship 5-gallon drums of part and chassis wash, right? And so that's when the concentrate came on. And even with those concentrates and now we have the concentrate tire wash, it's still expensive, right? So Cowrc is still developing, kind of taking angles a different side, making some good deals with UPS and getting good contracts. So it's all rewarding you guys for being such loyal customers.
So he was shipping 41 pounds. So
that's the Masters kit.
That's a major weight, Some major weight. Okay, so I just want to bring this last little bit up because man, it is so super cool. If you haven't been over, this is the main page, and all you have to do really is just like click on any. Oops, I'm over here. I don't know if you can see my mouse now. So I'm just gonna click on cleaning, and then see this right here. It says right on here, click on the video above to learn all about these products. So if you're ever unsure,
cleaning your RC is essential to maximize performance, prevent damage,
and
prolong the lifetime of your vehicle. Since 2008, Cowrc has developed a complete system of cleaners and protect.
Have so much information going on. If you're not 100% sure what you're getting into and want to see a demo of it, these videos are going to give you that demo. Not only that, if you're interested in, like, say, the magnetics, if you're interested in the mouse pads, if you're interested in the mats, there's a video for each of those that describes it to a detail. Now, there's also, let me just throw it up there while we're talking about it, but there's also help and support directly. Everybody knows how much support Cowrc has. Well, the proof's in the pudding. It's on the ticker right now. So if you if you are still wondering what you need, what you're looking at, they want to make sure you get the most bang for your buck, as do we. So if there's something that you're looking for specifically, reach out. Look at the videos, do your research, but if you still need help, there it is, right there.
And that's not like that's not some offshore, phone number that you're just going to have to wait in line. That is Heath's cell phone number.
Right.
So there's no RC company out there that I'm aware of that is letting you, your first line of defense is going right to the owner on his cell phone. And those hours, Sunday through Friday at 3 p.m. That's like the whole week. It's not just until 3 p.m. 3 p.m. on Fridays when he shuts off for a couple of days. It's 24 hours a day, essentially, for Heath. So, he is very generous with his time and is so passionate about his products and about the hobby and about his customers that, he will take the time to talk to you in great detail, answer any problems or concerns. And if you still can't, go through your concern and satisfactorily fix what the problem is, he'll return your money to you. So, 100% satisfaction guarantee. So you cannot beat the customer service that Cowrc gives you.
Heck yeah. And a lot of people have been getting all the pre-orders and stuff like that, which is super cool. And I've actually been using my solder mat for my charge setup area. Because I'll put my lipo sacks and all that on there, and it's that extra layer of security. And then if I have to solder, boom, I just move the lipo sacks right off to the side, and I already have my solder mat set up, ready to rock and roll.
Right.
So it's been super cool. But let me get rid of the ticker, and man, we can get ready for something super special. It has been a blessing to get this gentleman to come on to the live show. So I'm going to say, without further ado, let's see if we can bring this guy on board and have some fun. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the show.
What is up?
He's a real person.
So stoked to be here.
Dude, we're excited to have you on board. So I knew him as Mr.Ghost, and it was funny.
We all did.
Yeah, and YouTube made him put Mr. as the first name, so I didn't even know that till earlier today. But obviously, for those that don't know, Stephen Depepe, Depepe. There we go. That's right. It's paper without the R. So, welcome to the show, bud. And man, I gotta say, having a veteran and a ranger to boot on the show is next level. Like, this is so freaking cool.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Mr. Ghost in the
Hi,
house.
Zach. Thank you, Zach. Thanks,
Yeah, it's
everybody.
awesome. It's awesome to know that you're a real person, not just like an AI bot. You're
Yes.
actually
Not
a
an
real
AI
dude.
bot at all. I still do Facebook.
Nice. Yeah, and it was funny because when we were first setting up, I was all like, "Oh yeah, like we'll get on. Well, we'll have to help them out and this and that." Right from the first get-go, I'm like, "Dude's setup is more dialed than mine." I'm like, "I think we'll be okay." So, welcome to the show. Obviously, you're a military veteran, retired ranger. You can kind of mention like as much as you want about that real quick, and before we go on.
Well, I kind of grew up. I joined at 17. Mom had to sign the papers. Went right into Ranger Battalion. Was my first unit. Graduated Ranger School at 19, and I spent 3 years there, and then total 7 in special operations out of my 10 years. So
Nice.
into my career in the military, 160th Special Operations, the Night Stalkers. I was an instructor for land nav, hand-to-hand, and tactical weapons. So it was a lot of fun. It was definitely my honor to serve our country and keep our interests at heart and safe. So I loved every minute of it.
Well, we definitely appreciate your service for sure, because man, without like gentlemen like yourself, we wouldn't be able to go out and enjoy the freedoms that we do, racing this stuff or bashing or flying or whatever it is. Thank you for your years of service. But speaking of that, I just want to say there is a discount for vets, and it either active or non-active. And we just want to go over a few things. I know you're a pro. I get in the discount. So what's the whole process?
So here's the deal. If you're a veteran or active military, contact Heath. What you're going to need to provide is 2 forms of ID. One, like a driver's license and your military ID, or a veteran's or the VA card you'll get at the hospital, the VA hospital, when you sign up there. And if you guys are out and you haven't gone to your VA hospital, go there, get in the system. Please get in the system. And if I'm not mistaken, you'll also a DD-214 if you don't have a VA card. We'll do it because you'll provide your license, and then you send them a picture of your DD-214 and your license. It'll have your name. It'll correspond. Heath gives you a 25% discount, which is nothing to scoff at in the discount industry. Most people placate us with a 10%. No, Heath does it right and just gives us a 25. And that's, I've never heard of that. No other company gives us that.
No, it's super cool.
Thank you for that. And thanks for your products. It made my RC experience so much better.
And I just want to let everybody know, Heath does not keep any of the information, and you get a one-time code. And that code's only good for the one purchase. So if you do want to purchase again, which he obviously encourages, all you have to do is keep the email that you sent him previously, and you can just resend him that same information, and then he'll send you a different code to keep it easy. So it's just the first time, and then after that, I think the process just becomes like a click thing, and you're good. So definitely super cool. Yeah, it's, man, you gotta support those who support us. It is definitely super cool. And for those of you who don't know, Mr. Ghost actually won the Operation 11 Charlie banner in the back. Yeah, man. It looks so sick in the background.
There it is. It's so weird.
Yeah, I still don't get it.
Yeah. That's why I say virtual left, because like, and for me to do this, it's like, yeah, he's my co-host right there. That guy, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys remember when we were doing the Operation 11 Charlie charity giveaway, we had what was it, like 3 to 5? I can't remember how many banners we had, but we had a limited. And Steven, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember how many we gave away?
I do not. I was just so excited to win one.
I'm forgetting, but we gave a limited amount away because we had so much great participation, and we wanted to give, reward more than just the massive truck, winner. So Steven was one of the lucky guys, and that was based on a certain amount of money to donate. So you had to get that threshold in order to be qualified to even be considered for that for that banner giveaway. So Steven was one of the lucky ones, and and thanks again, Steven, for donating. That was an awesome, generous gift.
Yeah, and like I said, it was for an awesome cause, because Operation 11 Charlie, I know me and you spoke about what you want to try and do locally, and I think you're gonna pull it off in spades shortly. It was pretty sick.
Got to have some time and money.
Heck,
It's all time and money, man.
It's always time and money. It's always time and money. So I just want to let everybody know that basically in over a year, because I was going back and checking, that's why I asked you off air, like he basically hasn't missed a show in over a year. And it was basically once you got introduced to the product. And that's where we're going to get into it, because how did you get introduced to the products?
Well, actually, I was watching one of Mark Santa Maria's videos.
Okay.
And he brought out a magnetic mat, I think. Maybe it was the Carbon Series mat right here, the big one.
Heck yeah.
I saw that something. I'm like, oh my God. I was using the small, I've been using like Harbor Freight magnetic trays and crap like that. Plastic trays. I would glue a magnet in, put my parts in there. I mean, it was just, I was using tractor grease in my bearings, because I'm in Oregon. If you ain't running wet, you're not running.
Right.
I mean, it's wet and dirty here all the time and muddy, but it sort of bogged me down because it was just so time consuming. I was using Simple Green, which would take a day to break down the tractor grease and everything. So once I started getting into it and I started looking at Heath's products, I mean, I just started, little by little, getting them in. And honestly, now, I mean, it gives me at least 5 times more play than maintenance.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big maintenance guy. I run it till it breaks, until it seizes. I'm not a take it right out and clean everything. I might blow it off now.
Right.
But I don't go into a deep clean unless it absolutely needs it. But this thing everything has just made everything so much better.
You don't strike me as a person that half-asses anything, though.
Nothing. I kind of look at the line and just Superman dive across it. It's and like, I can't wait to get into the tour, because like, for those of you who don't know, like right beside them already is like this massive gargantuan like I don't know what that thing is. That is the sand rail.
Which, for people that don't know, that's like a 5th scale sitting there, basically.
It's a 5th scale, and it's a couple inches longer than the X-Max.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The frame is slightly bigger. I mean, not gargantuanly, but once we get in, you'll see when I put my hand on this beast and then I pick up the frame, you're going to understand, and you're also going to understand how massive the new XXL magnetic mat is.
So that's what's sitting underneath of it.
Yeah, It'll fit on the mat with the tires and room to spare to put a couple extra part strips on it.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's just so cool because of the gargantuan size. But like, what I like about it, the X Max is super cool for bashing, but that thing is so scale. And man, what do you got planned for that? Because we were talking about it.
So right now I'm in the beginning breakdown. I got it when it first came out, and I had other stuff on the bench and then a vacation. So now I'm breaking it down and pre-treating it all with Cowrc stuff.
Giving the mood love.
So yeah, exactly. Because without it, you're just not running right.
Right.
Point blank. So I got the front end kind of broke down now, and I'll be going through all of it: udder butter, silicone spray, grease, everything is going to get treated. And I do that with all my cars now. I mean, all my buddies are like, dude, why haven't you ran it yet? Because I haven't treated it with cow yet. I haven't given it the cow love to make it better for me when it's dirty.
Yes.
That's right. You have the discipline. That's why.
Well, that's true too.
I mean, you got to. I just learned the hard way that if you don't pre-maintenance the vehicles with cow, you're doing yourself a disservice. Yes, they will clean it when it's not, but you will understand once you go through it all how much better it is. Like I ran my Max when I was in Iowa on vacation visiting some family out there. I ran it in a thunderstorm. It was just pouring down rain. There was grass and mud all over it. I brought it inside. I took the little mini blaster there, and all of a sudden I hit it with that, and I'm like, oh, wow, I don't even need to wipe this off now. Everything just went right off. I mean, it was caked in the back with grass and dirt too.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Now, obviously, we got a whole bunch of your friends chiming in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been trying to get you to run it since you got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I first met Sam, he saw me. I launched my X Max. I had a 15-foot jump, about 4 foot high, with a steep angle, and I sent the X Max about 25 feet up and 40 feet down to a flat. And he's like, dude. And I ended up breaking it after the third jump. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Cost me $100 to fix, but that was so cool.
That was so cool.
So when I got this, he's like, come on, show me. I'm like, not till I treat it.
Man, that is like, yeah, that is hard to do. Because, man, I got 2 new kits as well. And one, I haven't even taken out of the box because I know I have to treat it first. Everybody's like, how could you let it sit in the box? It's like, my mind's got to be right, or else I'm not driving the thing. But a lot of people are jumping in on Instagram. Please, if you can, jump over to either YouTube or please Facebook, because we are about to, give away some stuff.
That's right.
And the hashtag here, we'll show the hashtag right now. We'll add it to the thing. I think you'll get a kick out of this.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy. So all you have to do is hashtag Ghost, and we will be giving away 2 epic prizes. 1, you guys already know, and 2, we're gonna let him pick it himself. So we'll we'll see a little bit later, because once we start the tour of his epic setup, you guys are gonna be drooling and want some. But
you're gonna forget.
I do see the people commenting on Instagram, so I just wanted to kind of get them back on board, because it's super cool to see everybody hyping up Mr. Ghost, because it is cool to have him finally in person on the show instead of just in the chat. So this is like epic.
It's a whole different angle. It's like a lot of times our guests are not really a regular on the channel. You're like the opposite. There's not many people that have seen more episodes other than Ammonite and Heath.
I learned so much every episode. I can't help but tune in, man.
No, and we appreciate it. And for those that don't know, I know Tyler and that got a little sneak peek, but he actually has a mobile cam. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually start showing off some of the stuff, because he's got 2 things on the bench that me and Tyler don't even have in our possession yet. I'm a little jealous too because
I need to buy bigger stuff apparently.
yeah. And you know what?
Thanks, Heath, for listening to us. Those of us who have big cars, we needed this mat.
Yes, I can't wait. Because
so everybody out there who has a big car, buy the mat so Heath will make the carbon series mat for us, please.
Could you imagine an XL carbon? Hey, man, that would be that would be next level for sure. But yeah, so he's gonna flip over the camera and we're gonna start off with this epic rail because the stand rail is gonna be so dope. And for those of you who don't know, he's got a trip planned, and one of his buddies has a side-by-side, and he's gonna be the co-pilot with a radio in hand, railing in front of the side-by-side, just ripping and roaring. And this is gonna be so badass. Like, it's just one of those things you gotta see.
All right. So let's just jump in. I'll just give you the quick tour first.
Okay. Jeez. Look at that. So obviously we know where the Reaper theme came into play.
Yeah, obviously. So this is the sand rail.
Matches the Ghost. Yeah, look at how big. Look, oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna take the body off, throw that down here. Now you got. Come on, camera. All right, it'll take a second. It will find a.
It'll zoom in. Yeah.
Come on, there we go. Come on. But anyways, this big mat right here.
There it is.
Sorry guys, I'm not a professional cameraman, so you're gonna have to with me here. So this is the big XXL mat. As you can tell, I got the car on it. I got another part strip here and another part strip here and a little mini, there it is, carbon fiber here. But you pick this bad boy up, look at all that room. I still got the front end on it. I mean, this thing is massive, a lot of room. Your tire, everything, the tires will fit on it, on the mat with room.
That is so, man, I got to get me some of that right there. But
it's fantastic.
Look at the utilization of all the proper magnetics right there, just in one shot. He's got the parts trays that I love. He's got part tray strips. He even has part. Yeah, I don't have that one.
I have the new ones. These things are massive. Outstanding, Heath. Thank you.
So jealous.
So, I'll kind of go through this. I'll start from the side here. This is my maintenance area.
Okay.
Behind me is the cleaning. So right here, maintenance, and I'm right-handed, so most of my tools are on the right side. You know, the ones I use the most, I put in here. Obviously, my drill, udder butter. Oh, and if you guys, here's a secret tip. Use a paintbrush to apply this stuff in the little hub areas. You know, because I'll cover all that inside.
Yeah, awesome tip.
So, and I use part strips because normally I'm working on 3 or 4 vehicles at a time.
Okay.
So a lot of part strips are good. Plus, I break mine down into sections. Like here, I got the right side, the left side of the front, the center. So it keeps everything nice. It keeps it separate. If I need to move it around for some reason, everything's right there.
And the organization is next level, bro.
Yeah, I got to, from working on helicopters and stuff like that in the 160th, all your tools and everything need to be accounted for. Your parts need to be accounted for. You see my big can of udder butter there. I dropped it, so now it's in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't dry.
Oh, wait, is that the desk lamp right there that I saw too?
Oh, this is the desk lamp.
There it is. Look at that.
We got the desk lamp here. It comes out. It illuminates my area when I'm working in the low light or if it's raining. But I got the nice window there, so when I open that, it just makes my work area look big, so I'm not in a small cramped space, which affects some of us vets not so great.
Look at that.
I got my greases here. So, I got the degreaser, I got the light, ultralight grease, and then the thin PTFE.
Yeah.
Those I use here, often. And then I'll come back
I'm still blown away by the size of that thing, man.
It's massive, dude. I can't wait to run it.
No, because every time you put your hand over it, your hand barely covers a single part of the vehicle.
Yeah,
that's nuts. That's nuts.
Big.
It's stupid big.
And when I do bearings, normally I'll take one of the smaller carbon fibers and I'll put my bearings on here and then I'll grease them up here.
Nice.
I'll spray the PTFE on here, let them on one side, let it sit for about 5, flip it over, do it again, let it sit for 5, and then put it right in the part. Because I found, the stuff does, the PTFE oil will seep into the bearing with the seal on it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If I take a seal off, it's getting bent. I'm not nice with stuff. I'm not easy.
Nice. Good tip, though.
I found if you leave it flat, it will run out. So as soon as that 10 minutes is done, I put it in the car, put it upright. Or I set the bearing upright in the nice little grooves that Heath has provided for us.
Oh, look at you. More tips with the carbon series. Love it.
Right? And then I'll come over and then, being right-handed with the drill, then I put my bits over here on a part. I used to put them in the carbon series thing, but now I got the big mat, so I had to move them over to this piece. So everything's kind of got its flow for how to work to make it organized, easy.
Yeah.
And everything has its place. I'm not trying to find screws with my foot in the carpet anymore. Because the magnets don't work, but your foot will.
Absolutely.
And of course, I got the small parts boxes here. And I'll zoom out, and then I got the dot boxes down there.
All themed up, dude. I love the Reaper theme, especially knowing who you are now. That is so you.
And then so I got a little dinner tray thing here. So I keep the sprayer on that, the tire wash, all the nice little vacuum pieces. The brushes, the new brushes are awesome. The jet blaster. So all my stuff's right here. All the mechanics off to the right side of me, and then move over here to the cleaning. And of course, you got to have your move wipes. And yes, I have a desk lamp too.
Damn! So you got both, and you got the extreme brush kit. So you got every brush.
Yeah, I got every brush he has, and it's all up here right in front of me. So I just got to reach when I'm at this table. Bring it down, use it. Heath put these nice little loops on here, which is the greatest thing since sliced bread on the microfibers.
Love them. Love them.
I got one hanging on the other.
Yeah, just to have handy.
So they just really are. And, it makes it nice to grab. Got the ultrasonic cleaners,
And I like that you got even you got the tire wash in one of those pump brushes.
Yeah, there's 2 tire washes. There's a chassis. Of course, the cow snot, which I love. That's great for getting into the grooves and everything.
Yeah, a little
solder mat. I need to get the big solder mat because I had a problem with the battery arcing the other day, and that is what happened.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, that'll leave a mark, especially.
Yeah, not cool. I need the bigger mat. I'll be ordering that soon. So, and then when I do here, now I have the carbon over here, which is nice to do because I'll bring my stuff in muddy and dirty.
Yeah.
And just put it right on the mat, wipe it off, and then start breaking it down. And then I'll use these other, the smaller carbon series to put the front end, the back end. So it's all on. And then I'll clean it in here. And most of the time, if I'm not spraying it outside and then immediately blowing it off with the blower, what I'll do is I'll just put some chassis wash, and this is a Traxxas parts covered.
Oh, yeah, just reusing it as a little bin.
Yeah, I like to reuse stuff, repurpose. So I'll just put some chassis wash in there with a little bit of water, and then use the brushes, right up here, and just start doing all my detail stuff.
Yeah, agitating it all off. Yeah, man,
and,
definitely, yeah.
And then blow it off, and when you're inside, tip. If you're going to blow stuff off inside when it's wet, put some cardboard up here so it doesn't blow all over your stuff.
You don't even know how many people that's going to help, because
I found out the hard way that stuff will blow right onto your wall.
Yeah. No, that's so true. But dude, that was an epic freaking.
I got the big, jet vac here.
Look
that thing is awesome. I use that all the time, especially with those little the hoses here. This bad boy that hooks up to that with all these little things like this brush is my favorite. I mean, and then I'll just vacuum off the dirt and then I'll start cleaning.
That is truly next level. And did you have a duffel bag and a whole bunch of extra product underneath there?
Oh yeah, hold up. So anybody who's thinking about getting one of the duffels, inside there is a Max.
Nice.
And it has all the tires. The tires are not on it. Took the tires out. The tires fit on the side. It'll fit the Max, the remote, batteries, a charger, and your tools. And
let's go.
Said one time, don't use the shoulder strap. Use the handholds when you got that much weight in it.
Good tip.
So yeah, extra product down here because I burned through this stuff. Which why don't we get to one of my favorite things and maybe the giveaway? Should I say the giveaway now?
Yeah, man, for sure.
Well, let's break that out.
Look
at
that
is the silicone spray.
Yes, sir.
This stuff will save so much time in your cleaning. I mean, epic amount of time. So
yeah, and if people don't realize like what the pre-treating does to a vehicle, your story about running your Max in the storm and all that monsoon and everything, and then you were just able to blow it off, was a testament to how good the MOO-SLICK actually is.
Oh yeah, I mean, even if the dirt's dry, it's easier to get off if you've pre-treated it.
Absolutely,
so much easier.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we're going to give away two things. There's like 41 on board right now. There's only 29 entries.
Oh man!
And everybody that's on Instagram, you got to move over to either Facebook or YouTube. I'm not forgetting this time. So definitely, if you want to win what Mr. Ghost is trying to hook you up with, man.
Favorite. Absolutely needed.
And the other,
I gotta say, your area,
the graphite, right? Epic. And so that's one thing that you're gonna have to get on your list there, Stephen, is the MOO-SLICK graphite.
It's in the mail. It's coming tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Right. Yeah, he was in on the pre-order.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definite pre-order. I pre-ordered the large mat.
The strips, because you got those before us.
Oh yeah, those came out. I heard on your guys' show, you guys said the strips were available. I immediately ordered them.
Nice.
I mean, because I cannot have enough part strips.
You're utilizing every single one of them.
Yeah, and I got 2 of most or more.
Yeah, I mean that's the great thing.
So cool. I got the big, like the smaller mats over here. There's 2 of these. There's 2 of these because another one's right there. I got 5 of those. And hey, Heath, I'm gonna try to get this in for you. Look, free gift.
Just for being
gives you some free gifts every now and then that are stellar.
Nice.
I got my motorcycle mechanic onto the hide wipes. I got him a magnetic mat. He uses this stuff for everything. I use I use it on my tractor. It takes the grease off. That electronic degreaser, that will take tractor grease off anybody's business. Any grease.
Yeah, and the evaporant in that is so quick to dry. I love it.
So nice that it doesn't leave a residue.
Yeah.
It just evaporates the stuff, and the stuff's gone. And if you use it in conjunction with the blowers, then at the moment you put it in there, you give it a quick second to penetrate, and then blow that stuff right out. It's just so easy, rather than taking 20 minutes with Simple Green and other stuff.
Yeah. No, it's definitely purpose built, and it's part of the whole cleaning maintenance package. And I know we keep spewing it. It's definitely super cool to see people like yourself being able to show off your epic area. Because, dude, this is one for the masses. And I got to thank you for coming on board and taking the time out of your day.
Let's switch back to the other camera here real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, there we go. Now I can stop holding that, not being a novice cameraman.
Hey, we appreciate it. It was awesome. And okay, so everybody that's switching over, I'm going to just throw this up on stage while he's resting back in here.
Yeah.
We got over 40 people now and only 31 in the hashtag. So
hashtag Ghost. Come on, guys.
Let's do it. Yeah. And like I said, Instagram, you got to switch over to either YouTube or Facebook. I apologize for that, but that's just how it goes.
They haven't fixed it yet. They maybe sometime Streamline will get it, or StreamYard will get it working for us.
I don't know if we're just the older generation, because they're adding in the TikTok, they're adding in Snapchat, they're adding in
Skipping over it.
Yeah, you're right. It's like it's all these things I've never even heard of. I'm like, my kid's like, "Come on, Dad, you should know about this." And it's like,
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I'm old school. Like I said, I still do the face to Facebook.
Yeah, like that's the way it should be.
I don't have a Facebook account. YouTube's about the only social media I'm on. That's it.
So basically, going through your whole setup, I was trying to find like something like it. Other than
if anybody has any questions, shoot a question. I can comment.
Yeah. I'm wondering, is there any product that you want to try?
That I want to what?
Like that you don't have that you want to try? Because I'm trying to think. You got more shit than me.
I can't wait to try the graphite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting to do the E-Revo back here that's been sitting for 2 years dirty. And I was about to put it on the bench, and then the graphite came out. I said, well, that one's going to wait.
Yeah.
It's got the balls in it. But I want to try it in all these the hinge pins and everything for the suspension.
Super cool.
Because I'm using the Udder Butter now. But Udder Butter does collect some particles.
Right.
Correct.
And I'm hoping the graphite will lessen that and still do what I need it to do.
The protection is unreal. I'm super impressed with the protection, but what I'm more impressed with is it goes on dry. So as soon as you let it set, it's wicked good. And I've been testing it on a whole bunch of different stuff. And I'm telling you, the more and more I get into some things, the more I'm impressed with it. Now, obviously, like the diff thing was awesome. The wear and tear, I would love to say is reduced, but I change my diff fluids out probably every 2 weeks. So like this puppy's due again already, and I put the graphite right on the stuff inside, and then I drop it into the actual diff gear. So it's submerged in oil and it's still adhered to it. And Heath was explaining it to me because I did it wrong the first time as well. I went and did a coat, let it dry. I sprayed a second coat on thinking I was going to be that badass guy. And then I was even more weird. And I did the third coat thinking, you know what, let's go. And he explained to me that it will only stick to the initial surface. Every other time, you're actually bonding it to the first coat that you already did. So ever since I just started doing one coat, I'm learning that there's less contaminants in the oil while I'm beating on my stuff. So
I'm going to tell you, Heath will not steer you wrong. And if you're using too much product, he will tell you not to, which from a sales standpoint is what? I mean, but he's here to make it all better for you and to run seamlessly and smoothly. And if you use the stuff and you pre-treat and you do the maintenance beforehand, you're going to be so much happier when it gets dirty. Because like this winter, I got the Mini Max, right? The brand new. I treated it all. I ran it in the snow and the mud, and I was going to do a video and send it in. And I picked it up and everything fell off. All the dirt, mud. I couldn't video a darn thing. I was like, well, it's not dirty now.
It's like what happened with you, Adam.
Shake it.
We talked about it too. Like when we were setting up your thing the other day, me and Tyler had the same problem with our Max when we were doing the Operation 11 Charlie. But hey, Vinny wants to know what you use to clean out your diff cases.
Hold on. James Hall said that Big Vac. Big Vac is outstanding for vacuuming out everything. That's one of the things I held off on, and it's great. I'm glad I got it. My diff cases, I spray them out with the electronic cleaner.
Yeah.
And then I put the oil in, and then I put udder butter on the teeth.
Nice.
And then udder butter on the bearings, on the inside and outside of the diffs, especially, that way the moisture doesn't come through the bearing and get everything else into the diff and make it all rusty. Because sometimes I don't do the maintenance like I should. And it gets wet. I might blow it off and I'll pick it up a month later, But the products have kept things from
seizing.
From seizing and rusting.
Yep.
It's been outstanding. So I'm spending less on parts.
That's smart.
By using the products. And yes, whoever said a cardboard spray, Wild Man Joe. Yes, a cardboard spray for any of the your cleaners or your graphites, or even if you're more liberal like me sometimes and you overspray the bearings. Some cardboard never will do you wrong.
No. And it's easier to throw the cardboard away than it is to clean your walls and go through your whole setup. Because you got a dialed setup there, man.
It's a process, but if you do it right, everything meshes together and makes everything easier. I mean, all the maintenance has been so much easier now that I use the products.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? He's giving me some props right now, but his pit area, I can't wait to show it off. He has probably the cleanest pit area I've ever seen at a track, ever. So he is so meticulous, and this guy is going to be super fast this coming weekend at our big event, and I'm looking forward to racing with you, bud.
Clean is fast. Clean pit area, organized pit area. Right. Especially if you're racing, if you can come down and everything's organized and in your process, your maintenance time will cut down at least by half.
Heck yeah.
Because you're not searching for everything. You're not things aren't falling off the bench.
Yeah. And less failures too. Because you're gonna know, because you went through everything, that you're dialed.
You have more confidence in your runs.
Absolutely. So, man, we are at the end of the episode. We can talk to you probably.
Well, this went fast. Thanks, Stephen.
We got.
So we got 36 on there. And there's 46 watching. We're 10 off. Everybody on Instagram, man. I don't know. We'll give you
say that people would forget about it listening to Stephen, talk about his setups and everything. So it's been a good one.
Definitely get the hashtags in. We'll give you like 30 seconds. Get them hashtags in.
Everything has purpose.
Anybody to go in and
trust in the cow, and your RC car experience will be so much better.
That's very well said. And remember, so like the 2 gifts we're giving away today is we're giving away one MOO-SLICK silicone spray, which is Steven's favorite product, and the other is the brand new MOO-SLICK graphite spray. So I'm not sure what you. Let's give away the silicone spray first, since that was Steven's favorite.
Perfect.
But yeah.
Unstable Steve. I hope you win too.
I like that.
All right. Okay. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Draw number 1 for the MOO-SLICK silicone. SAFRC. Congratulations. You won yourself some silicone spray, MOO-SLICK style. Here we go.
And so reach out to Adam and I on Facebook Messenger, or you can email support@cowrc.com if you don't have Facebook Messenger.
Perfect. Congratulations. All right. Up next is the new graphite, which is man. Whoever wins this is going to be super duper happy, especially once we start going over more of the usage and seeing it on the fan page for the first time. They're out in the wild.
RCX, man, it's a couple new faces.
New names.
Yeah, absolutely. Super cool. Good. So also RCX, reach out to us. Like he said, man. So congratulations to all the winners. And man, thank you guys for joining in. We were over 50 viewers all the time, and it looked like to be about 20 on Instagram. I kept bouncing back and forth, but I was so enthralled with his tour of the pit area and thinking of things that I could step up my game on that we appreciate the time for sure. Yes.
I appreciate you guys having me on the show. It's been a pleasure. I mean, just keep rocking the cow. I mean, I thought Heath, thank you so much for, bringing the love back to RC cars for me, because it was getting daunting and I wasn't liking it. And I started getting into the cow, and it's brought it back tenfold, and I'm way happy about it.
Well, I'm way happy that we finally got you on the show. Your area is super dialed. You're super energetic about the stuff, and I know what you're working on in behind the scenes. I ain't going to spill the beans, because maybe we'll have you on again and we can do a little walkthrough, because it is going to be next level. And the reasons behind you doing this is even more epic. So, man, dude, thank you for your time. It has been a pleasure. Like I said, again, thank you for your years of service, because, man, without people like you and your strength, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. And, man, with that being said, what do you want to close out on? Because we'll leave it to you.
I can only stress enough, pre-maintenance is your best friend, especially with the Cowrc. If you pre-maintain, your fun will last 5 to 6 times more than your cleaning.
Absolutely.
And for somebody like us vets, that's outstanding, because we like to go out and destroy stuff. Like, if you need it broken or destroyed by dawn, you call me. So, thanks again, Heath, for all you do and the outstanding, discount and love you show for veterans. So, veterans, just reach out to Heath. He'll tell you what to do. It's worth it. It's outstanding. And, thank you guys for all your tips that I've gathered by watching your shows, too.
Hey, man,
absolutely. It's our pleasure.
Viewers like you that make it all worth it. And we thank everybody that's been following us along. 61 episodes. I can't believe we're over. Like, it flew by like that. Thank you for your time. And I look forward to chatting with you again in the future. And obviously, you know where to find us in 2 short weeks, man. I can't wait.
All right, guys. Moolah. See y'all.
Okay, you guys all have a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we hope you have a great 2 weeks at RC and whatever it is, and we'll see you then. Bye for now.
See you, everybody.